Okay, welcome to the first episode of Dying with. Why are you getting at the face? No. Welcome to the first episode of Dying with Commentary. An experimental pilot episode of it. Just trying to get the foot in the ground. Purpose of the podcast is just. I mean, we're all. It's not a lie. Where everyone here is dying. Some faster than others. Some slower than others. Or just starting off, and it's just to see how we can spread and show everyone that no matter what, there's still positivity in any each scenario. And I'll be talking to different guests and seeing how they have positive stuff going on even through the darkest of days and everything, or even just going through the darkest of days. There's still always that light at the end of the tunnel, and it makes everything all the better. I'm your host, Ethan Godinez. I'll probably be the main host. Probably have like one or two different hosts every now and again. And my first guest is my lovely, beautiful girlfriend, Ali Garcia. Yeah, if you want to say something cool about yourself, just get a feel for how you are, who you are.
Yes, yes, my name, like he said, my name is Alan. I'm just here supporting with the podcast.
Yeah, it's the first day anyway, so I'm just like, try it out, see someone to help me out to get up and go into how it is in the first episode.
Of course, always.
And we will hear like little clickings here and now and then because she is playing Link's Awakening.
Yes, I'm currently playing
Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch, and she's battling a boss right now. So you may hear her little tapping of the controller and her cursing at it. So this will be a rated PG-13 podcast.
Okay, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But yeah, so we're just gonna start it off and see how it goes, and I'll have a variety of different people, all different ages and everything, just see how it goes, just to bring it out. And this is something I've been wanting to do for about a year now, but I mean I couldn't because of COVID was the start of it all, and I contracted COVID, so that didn't help too much. And then just been pushing it off because of work and different stuff was happening, and now it's just the mentality of no better time than the present. Get it done, do what you want to do, as well as like the whole purpose of the podcast of there's nothing stopping you. There's something to tell you can't do something that brings you joy. Just make some time for it, and it'll all be cool. And this is something I've been wanting to do, so it's a purpose thing to do. There's multiple things I want to do that you will see me be more vocal about it and how I want to do it or when I want to do it. But of course, times now it's not that easy. It's kind of get the right moment to do so. But yeah, so Miss Garcia, if you so will. So certain things that you want to talk about to get to know you a little better.
Well, like I'm a photographer. I like dogs. I like dogs. No, another interesting.
You sound like the little shy kid.
Little shy kid. I was like, I like dogs. I like this.
Dogs, but you're gonna bring some dark shit out too.
Oh no. No, like something really cool though. Like originally from New Jersey.
You're a weird brown person. You're not
a weird brown person.
You're not even from here or Mexico. You're from New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I moved down here it's over 10 years ago.
Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah. I moved down here when was going into 6th grade.
Yeah, because you and me, we both were moving to 6th grade over here because I was from San Antonio, or I moved from San Antonio. Then you were from New Jersey. Yeah, because you didn't know anything about Texas or whatnot.
No, nothing.
You thought that we rode on horses to school and everything.
At some point, yeah. Because we didn't know anything. I mean, I'm also from a small town in New Brunswick over there, so it's a college town. It's really small, and so like I didn't know much.
Very Austin-like, almost.
Yeah, it's very Austin-like. I could compare it like to San Antonio and Austin because those are the places I visited too. So those are very reminiscent to
New Brunswick.
How small and.
But it's an active city, like a nice little town.
Yeah,
everyone's doing something there.
Yeah, I guess also because it's a college town too. I mean, it's small. Everything is walking distance. You can walk anywhere. Yeah. Transportation's so different from here.
Yeah, because you run on trains when we went on vacation over there.
Yeah,
just trains.
We rode on the train. You could get taxis over there. Buses.
It's the first time being on a train over there. It was weird, but it was so cool. I was like, I probably want to live over there. It was pretty cool.
And I'm just there sitting there on the train like, this is normal.
You're like, this is normal.
After even though it's been like years since I've been on a train too, and I'm like, this is normal. The only thing was new, not so new, but like buying a ticket, because I always see my parents buy the tickets, and I would never. Because
you never interacted.
Yeah, and I never interacted with it, so it was always my parents buying the tickets, and always like, here's a ticket. If they would, sometimes the conductor would come out.
But like, it's not even the stereotype that New Jersey people are mean and horrific. Everyone was so nice. Everybody nicer than some Texans. Texas is more rude, because remember we were there. We were in front of I think it was the library, or in front of the train station where we bought the ticket, and we saw two homeless people going at it, and they were like arguing. I don't know if you can remember, but it was a white and black guy. They were right, like going back and forth on it, and the white guy was in a wheelchair. And I see him, like, he wants to say something, and you can see his face, he wants to say a word, because they're just yelling at each other in front of a crowd. And you see this mom and daughter, and we're standing on the sidewalk watching this go out, and they're about like 10 feet from us. It was a couple years back, so before COVID, so everything was fine. But yeah, they were like 10 feet away from us. Everyone was like watching, like going, oh, like what? They're screaming at each other. What's going on? And the white guy, he wanted to, I can see it. He wanted to say the N-word over, and I'm looking at the mom and the daughter like, oh, he's going to say it in front of him. Something's going wrong. He's going to say it and say it. Never did it. He caught him. That was the worst thing he said was, you're a liar. That was the worst thing he caught him, was, you're a fucking liar. Whatever. You druggie. Okay, well, he called him druggie, yeah. But still, but no, like, even that, like, Ray John with two random people, like, still nice as shit. And then he so apologized to the mom and daughter. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry I said that bad word. And they're like, no, it's fine. Like, over here, you look something funny, you probably get shot. Or in a rattlesnake thrown at yourself or some shit. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, and also the weather's completely different, too. I still don't like the heat. Even though I've been here so many years already, I still don't like the heat.
The heat isn't, it's just the humidity.
The humidity,
the humidity is what kills me. But yeah, but yeah, well, we were vacationing there in New Jersey. Then we did San Antonio and Austin, and the running tradition every time we go on a vacation to a city is you throw up because of some ton of drinkers related to drinking.
You threw up in Austin? No, never mind. I did.
You did. Yeah, I did. It was the Jersey. You came in because we were just drinking Smirnoff and whatnot, and then you had one too many, and
we had vodka.
Yeah, because the vodka is your killer. But your sister had came into the hotel room we were staying at, and she left. She went home to with her girlfriend, right, at that time, and yeah, we're still loud. I'm cleaning up. I just figured like, oh, she drank too much. Let it on the bed. I'll clean up and everything. So I'm pouring.
I was gone.
Yeah, she was gone. So I'm cleaning the beer bottle. I was putting up, making cleaning cans and whatnot. And I forgot to ask you a question in the restroom. And I was washing my hands, and I come out, and I'm like, Allie, what's wrong with you? You had that huge, was it 32-ounce bottle?
I don't know.
It was,
I don't remember. It was a big bottle.
The big bottle of the Smirnoff vodka, and she was just downing it like nothing, just straight from the bottle. And then she was and started laughing.
But the thing is, like, you remember that though.
Yeah.
But from in
her perspective.
My perspective, I swear it was a beer bottle.
It was just a beer bottle.
That had the beer bottle, the Corona, and then I was like drinking it, and you said like, "What are you doing?" And I was just there laughing. And
yeah,
I'm like, oh my God.
You think it's a beer bottle? It was full on like the huge
That's
bottle.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember. I like. My POV it was a beer bottle.
It was something smaller, but no, that was like what, like 11 at night.
No, it was later. I don't even know.
No, I'm sorry, or probably 1ish then, because I remember like you were gone. You were like plastered. I had to take care of you. It was until like 3 a.m. that I had to hold you up so you just don't throw up, and you're just and that's like the night before too. Or the night where we got our tattoo. Because we got that tattoo the same day.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to clean her tattoo and everything. And make sure it was fine. And it was up until 3 a.m. just trying to take care of her. And I ended up getting... I think the first time I tried to Uber Eats. I Uber Eats McDonald's with a coffee. And I was like, ooh, this sounds good to eat. And as soon as I got it, came back, and she was just, ugh. I was like, I'm not going to eat anymore. So then, and then that morning, the next morning, we had to go meet your dad.
Yeah, but good thing, good thing plans didn't work out. So, oh my God, I was just...
Oh, you were gone.
It was the worst hangover I ever had.
Yeah, because it was, Yadi, your sister, she picked us up. We went to the restaurant, and then you threw up again.
Yeah, it was a diner. We went to a diner.
Oh, it was a nice diner. That pisses me off. What? The different
portion sizes.
The portion sizes. The portion size.
Oh, the one that restaurant that we went, was it Le Peep?
Le Peep, whatever. Le Peep.
It was Le Peep that my sister took us.
Oh, it was good food. Not that. It was good food. It's a good restaurant. If you ever find yourself in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and you go to Le Peep, go. It's good. But don't expect a good size for a drink. Texas. Oh my God, because anybody in Texas knows the small size or the kid size drink, or the 20 ounce one, the small size from Whataburger. That's their medium. That's their large. I'm a thirsty motherfucker. I need more than that. And the lady was like freaking out when I was like, yeah, can I get some more on my third or fourth like serving of like the tea I had? And she was like, oh shit, like you're thirsty. I'm like, no, but bitch, this is like small ass cups. This makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, I remember that. That you're like so shocked. I was a little bit because again, like living here for so long, you're so used to it, and then you're like, oh wait. And then at the same time, it's kind of normal, like seeing different portion sizes. Cause
that was a real shell shock for me, just fucking the portion size. Like
the little cup.
It looked like a water bottle, like a small, I don't know.
Even
a water
other
cup.
Restaurants too, right?
Other restaurants
have
bigger
diner.
Yeah. Like, but that was average or whatever. Like, that pissed me off. Like, even the other one, like, it was so small.
Oh, yeah, even we went to the movie theaters too. We got a large drink.
That was a medium. That was a fucking medium.
The large drink was a different size.
The large drink was a medium. That didn't make sense. Everything's bigger in Texas. I know that now. But like shit, I didn't get through everything. Like damn. Even the people, because you over there, you're like what, 4'1"?
I'm 4'1". I'm not that short.
You're at 5'4".
5'4".
5'5". Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you're from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm from Houston, Texas. Hey. But no, just the different upbringings and whatnot. So. Like another thing too is you didn't know what kolaches were.
No, there's no kolaches up north.
No kolaches up north. For anybody up north listening, it's like a pig in a blanket, but better.
But that's the thing, the difference, because the pig in a blanket you use the croissant pastry to use it.
What's just regular bread for?
Yeah, it's just kolache? I think it's just like it's just like bread.
Right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so like she had no idea what a kolache was, and when middle school, like, you don't know what a kolache was? You don't know what a kolache is? And you being brown, but they figure you were just born here and born in Mexico, that you would have known.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's true. It's sometimes I think, but yeah, she's from New Jersey. You're in New Jersey. What? Even to this day, I'm like, oh, she was from New Jersey. Everyone freaks out when I say, where's she from? Like, New Jersey. What? Like a guy, like a snooki up in here and shit. But yeah, of course the heat and the humidity. That's just something way different and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, different upbringing.
Upbringing. I'm from like a small town, and this is a like city.
So yeah, the small town city. You grew up with 3 sisters. I grew up with 6 siblings, so it's vastly different. Yeah. So you're gonna see, and it's I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's just this is how it is.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing. So you're from Jersey. What else do you wanna say about yourself?
I mean, like I said, I'm a photographer.
Yeah, okay, we'll get into that too. Like you finished college. You finished Art Institute at Houston a year ago for the 4 years? It was 4 years, right?
Yeah, it was 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. So yeah, you really do know your shit about photography and even modeling, because you modeled a good bit for your own series and other people's series and whatnot.
Yeah, I have really helped a lot with my classmates too. Like, I was always like, hey, you need help. I was always willing to help them, and I had a lot of fun. Even if I wasn't modeling, I would help them with setting up lights or going with them.
Yeah, the background stuff and everything.
The background stuff and everything. But yeah, but also them, the like classmates and and friends would ask me like, hey, like, can you help me with this? Can you model for me? I wanna I know yeah, there's like a lot of I'm trying to think. I think there's mainly one specific friend, and like I always almost always would model for her.
Was it Morgan?
No, not Morgan. Courtney.
Yeah, you and Courtney would always do stuff together.
Yeah. And so, like, I would model for her, or she would model for me sometimes, or we would help each other out regardless.
Oh, we went camping with Courtney, too, so yeah.
Yeah, we went camping. But yeah, like, we helped each other a lot, so it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then, like, almost, yeah, pretty much I was, like, at one point, I wasn't even part of the class. Sometimes I would just slide inside the class because I would do my work or do some printing in there, in the classroom. And then almost every student in that class, I was in their slideshow when they were showing their pictures.
Yeah, that was weird too. Every time I would visit you in school, and everyone knew me, and I'm like, "Hey, like, how the fuck you going?" Because I would always be in your series too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you would always be my model.
I was your model for the majority of your series. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was weird. I'm like, yeah, we know you very well. I'm like, and then there was how many of them was shirtless ones or whatnot?
Not that many.
I mean, they like we know all about you, and I remember thinking too, like they've seen everything.
No.
But no, yeah, you're a photographer and everything, and you're a huge advocate for like dog related stuff, like the bully breeds and the dog don't shop, and because you can go on hours about like dog talk.
Yeah, I always talk, especially when about my dog.
Yeah, but they're both
about
dogs.
My dog, my Benji.
You Benji.
Benji, or my other dog that I used to have, Toby.
Yeah, because you had to, because.
But yeah, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. But like, where I live, we had we're under a different management.
But the time before, it
was a year, very like long time ago. It was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. That was under a different management where we couldn't have. At first, they were telling us we couldn't have dogs.
Aggressive breeds.
No, like at first, they told us no because there weren't allowed any dogs over 20 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know that.
and then but we would see around the neighborhood there's
larger dogs.
There are larger dogs, and so then they told us, oh no, it's no aggressive breeds. He's a pit bull, and the landlord and the manager was telling me no because pit bull, like, they could turn on you. All that stuff, and Toby, like my dog, he was very friendly.
No,
he was very he was a very, very, very friendly dog. He was the only thing, he was very hyperactive.
He was very hyperactive. Yeah.
He was a very hyperactive dog. He was very excited to meet new people, meeting new dogs. He was very social. He was like a very social butterfly. He loved meeting new people.
He was so delicate and everything. Huh? He was so delicate.
Not delicate.
I mean, if you heard him, he's like, but like he was what he's not aggressive.
No, he's not aggressive.
It was scary looking because if he was running at you across the street, you think, oh shit, this pit bull's coming at me. But then he'll come jumping on you, and he's just happy to see you. Just happy.
Yeah, he was just happy to see you. But even though like he was a pit bull mix, he was a pit bull Labrador mix, and yeah, even the vet even said like, yeah, he doesn't even look like a pit bull. He looks more of a bird dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the way his face is longer, and pit bulls, like quote unquote pit bulls, their face is more boxier.
Yeah.
And so like, but yeah, I guess because like he had like a really huge smile, and so like if he sees you, like he'll coming like full force his whole way to jump on you and like to say hi. Yeah, so like I guess I understand that like people will get scared. That's the thing, we never like got him like to stop jumping on people for some reason. He just loved jumping on people.
Yeah, he just loved people. That's what it was.
He loved people.
You kind of see how it is with Benji. Benji being his son. Yeah. Your dog Toby got it on with, because Toby's now with your family friend in Dallas.
Yeah, he's right now the family friend in Dallas. Like, which I'm glad. Like, I'm really
because they give him like a lot of like room to run around and a lot more to take care of him and everything.
Yeah, they do really take care of him. They do love him and everything. So, which I'm glad.
They have other dogs, and other dogs being. Is she a full breed German Shepherd? Luna?
No, she's not a full breed. She's a mix. We're not sure what she's mixed with, but I'm assuming a husky.
Yeah, but she for sure is a German Shepherd, because that's a huge trait that you see on her. But yeah, your dog Toby got it on with Luna, and had 2 kids.
Yeah,
two litter for the first time, and you picked up one of them, being Benji, your new dog right now. That was half a year ago. Oh, he's 6 months, right?
Yeah, he's 6 months right now. But And Toby, he's right now 6 years old. He's an old man.
Oh, me. He's not that old, though.
No, but he's old. He's my little old man.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
And Benji, like father, like son, he's social and so happy to see people and everything.
Yeah, he's happy to see people, but I can see their different personalities, though, because Toby, he was a very hyperactive dog. He was like, we would take him out to the park where he could run for a good hour, come back, he would relax for 5-10 minutes,
and then go right back.
Go back right at it.
And then Benji's like 5 minutes of running, and he just wants to go inside.
Yeah. I mean, right now, yeah, because of the weather change, but like even at that, like a good hour or 2 at the park, comes home, he's knocked out for the rest. He's like, he will play for like maybe a little bit, but not as much energy.
He's easier to tire out.
Yeah, he's easier to tire out. And he's very smart. Benji's very smart. I'm very impressed how smart he is compared to
he's a smart ass for the shit to get away with.
Yeah, I'm like very impressed how smart Benji is comparing to Toby. Because Toby, like, yeah, he was a smart dog. He knew like what not to do, what he can do. But he was very hyperactive. Like he just loved getting attention.
Yeah.
That's what the thing was. Toby, he loved attention. But Benji, like his personality is different. Like he loves people, but he approach people in his own way, but he's very smart. I'm always impressed how smart he is, because he got this little puzzle for him, and he's like, the way he plays with it, he solves it and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's smart just in general. He knows how to get around it. He knows how to open doors.
Yeah,
I love the way he opens doors, because it's full force. Like he'll jump on his hind legs and his 2 front paws. He would shove the door from the door handle to push it out of the way, so like he owns the house. He's just shoving doors open.
Yeah, it also depends on his mood though, because sometimes when he's really tired, he would just jump up like gently, he would push the door, and he would open it. Just like then he would go in. Or sometimes he would just start running and just bust the door open, and he would just stand there like kind of look at you.
Like an angry dad, like, what are you doing? And then walk away.
Yeah, or something, he would just open the door like that. You're like, damn, like he opening the door like he owns the place.
Like he pays the bills around here.
He pays the bills around here and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how he opens the door.
And that's fucking great. I love him.
Yeah, he's very an observant dog, so he learns pretty quick.
But another thing that you're another thing that you're really like passionate about and everything that I can say confidently you are is the Legend of Zelda series, just in general, just the games, or even like the little animations that we could see, or student animations, and especially the books. So we do have some of the books as well. But yeah, like you just, because your first game you tried playing it, or you growing up was the Ocarina of Time.
On the N64.
On the was on the N64?
Yeah, it was on the N64.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's when the first Ocarina came out.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you know more about Legend of Zelda than I do about any of that. But was that your favorite one, the Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time, because I grew up like playing with it more.
Oh, okay.
Playing with that game more, and then like that's how I got into more of the Legend of Zelda. Like even with anything, I would just do some internet searches and stuff like that about Legend of Zelda. And even when the new games throughout the years will come out, I would see the promo videos and stuff like that, or like they have at the mall like their posters and stuff like that.
Like the promotion posters?
Yeah, promotional posters. I remember at one point at the mall they had that little like Nintendo thing in the middle where you could like try different games that were coming out.
Wait, which mall? The
Memorial Mall.
Memorial Mall?
Yeah. It was like a little pop-up thing that they have different games.
What? I didn't know that. What was this?
I was like, I think it was when Skyward Sword came out.
Oh, that was a good bit ago then. Yeah, that was when
on the Wii.
That was on the Wii. Yeah, on the Wii. And they're bringing back Skyward Sword for the Switch.
Yeah.
On a different port. Yeah.
Yeah, I always play the demo versions. So every time I go to Target, I'd be like, let me play the demo versions. Because I think in the Wii, I think they redid the Ocarina of Time. Where you see...
They did it for the Wii as well, right?
Yeah, I think they did. I think that's one of the games I remember, because you could get the bow and arrow on the Wii, and you could do the bow and arrow.
Oh, okay, because I know the Ocarina of Time is on this 3DS.
Yeah.
And I got that for you. Oh yeah.
It's on the Wii. I remember playing the demo of it. I was like, oh my god, it's on the Wii.
Yeah, because they're the Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest version of yes for the Wii. Wow.
Yeah, and the Wii came out with a bow and arrow, where you could do the actual bow and arrow shots.
I know that. That's cool.
Words. Yeah.
Yeah, because my first Legend of Zelda game was Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance, and that was the first one I got into. And I never finished it, and until the first Legend of Zelda game I finished was Breath of the Wild for the Switch. And now I had you enjoying your little jerky from Buckwise.
Yeah,
not Buckwise. That's another insult that I find that's an insult.
What?
Because I love Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's to death. Buc-ee's is great. And near work, there's that Buc-ee's gas station.
But is it Buc-ee's?
It's called Buc-ee's.
It's just spelled differently.
But it's spelled Bucky.
Like an actual Buc-ee.
Yeah, like Buc-ee. Like, so I refuse to call it Buc-ee's. I call it Buckwise. Because how dare you take Buc-ee's name and just try to spin it off? Because Buc-ee's is a beaver. Their logo is a dog. I'm like, no, you don't do that. Like, it's Buckwise. It's Buckwise and Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is one to go. And that's a 20-minute drive from here to go to Buc-ee. I'll make that drive anymore. I don't give a shit. But the Buckwise is like, you don't do that to the Buc-ee's. I refuse. I mean, nothing against it, just my own personal stupid shit. But it's just, I'm pretty sure.
Use on the name.
It's just the name. Just the name. How dare you take the name away? A Joey's. Name it a Joey's. I'm a badass. A Joey and a kangaroo. There you go. Call it Joey's gas station. Have a kangaroo. Just do that shit. And I have Kangaroo Jack all over the fucking thing.
Bucky.
I
and
guess.
it's a dog.
They name it Buc-ee's, Buckwise, because of a dog. If you call it Joey, you have a little kangaroo as the logo.
The mascot.
The mascot. Yeah, the mascot. See? New idea. Take it. All right. Yeah, so that's a little bit like kind of things about you. So we're gonna try to do a few questions just to introduce the both of us, just to know us to know a little better. So the first thing I'll ask you is, what are some things that just straight up like annoy you? Like me, it's the Buckwise. But yeah, anything that can annoy you.
Annoy me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't know anything that can annoy you, like on a daily life or on a daily life basis. They think some shit like you don't understand why would they have it like that.
When I can't figure out a game.
Yeah, like when you play your Legends of the games,
yeah,
you gotta look for tutorial.
Sometimes, but like especially at work with customers, because I work in retail, customer service, and so.
Oh, it's just people then. They're just not customers. Just people.
Yeah, just people.
Just people.
Just real people, I guess. Yeah, we just feel like, no, not just customers, they're really like people, I guess.
Yeah, we won't say where you work, just for safety reasons, that's all. But, yeah. I mean, it rhymes with Rome.
But yeah, just weird people. It's just like some stupid people. It's like, people know common sense. Like, I do interact more with when I'm at work.
Rome Beepo. The whole time I was thinking of way to make it rhyme. So Rome Beepo. It rhymes with Rome Beepo. Yeah, but go on. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, it's like just stupid people.
Stupid people in the stupid way. Like, I know you tell me all the time too. It's like, how come this doesn't scan? Well, it doesn't work. It's broken. Can you do this one? But I want this one. But we just told you it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like, people are just ridiculous. It's like, no common sense. Or sometimes, like, when we've gone to the store or something, you see those people, you're like, what?
They're not full-on Karens. They're like mid-Karens. They're like car. They're the car and Karens.
Oh, they're just dumb. They're just like, they don't have common sense. It's like, what logic?
I know all the time you tell me is when there's a sign that does not accept cash, card only, and then they still do the whole transaction.
Yes, the thing is like, for me, is like, I understand for non-English speaking people, that I completely understand. Mm-hmm. But if people like, just look at this, like, who do
For you people that are English majors, like, listen the fuck up. Like, can't you read?
English majors, or like know English, know how to read English, and whatnot. They look at it
like Anglo-Saxon motherfuckers. It's a different colored paper sign. How do you miss it in big letters saying does not accept cash, card only?
No, there's not even a paper sign. The screen itself says doesn't take cash.
Even when you yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's
it gives
like,
the warning.
Yeah, no, it just tells you card payments only, and then when they go into the transaction, they're like it doesn't take cash. I was like, no.
Yeah, you gotta read it bad.
Yeah, I don't get it sometimes a little bit because it's like
give attitude.
Because it's like, well, like you not read the sign.
And when I say it gives you the warning, because the Kroger one, when you click on it, it tells you straight up, this doesn't accept cash. Straight up card only. Oh,
we used to have old machines. They used to, but now the new ones don't. And so it was like no. And then something they'd be like, then why do they just have like where you can put cash in, but it doesn't take cash? But it doesn't. Because it tells you. God. No, I have told customers that it tells you in the beginning. Or sometimes they go to an actual, like, where it's card payments only, and there's a sign on the light, too, that says card payments only. And I was like, where does it say? I'm like, the light.
Just look 3 degrees up, and you see right there.
Yeah, you turn
the heart.
It says self-checkout, card payments only. But yeah, or we have a sign, because, the way they designed it, like, it's weird, so the receipt is like in the back, so we had to make a paper sign. Like, we made a little arrow on top of where the light is to point at it. It was like the receipt is right here, and they're like looking around. They're like, "Where's my receipt?" That's the thing. Be like, people like are such in a hurry or just don't pay attention at all. It's like they don't look at the screen. It's like if you look at the screen, that answers all your questions.
Yeah, if you actually work just a little bit, it makes everyone's life a little better.
Yeah, it does. And so, yeah, because we have to make lines for self-checkout, and like people who want an actual cashier, people form their own lines. It's like, oh, the line starts here, and they get mad when you tell them, oh yeah, there's a line. They're like, why?
How dare you tell me there's a line when I rightfully see it? I want to be right here, right in front of it.
Yeah, they get mad, and then they try to scan stuff already. They're like, sir, or ma'am, there's a line. And they're like, oh, I didn't see it. Or like, oh, or they get mad.
Well, still, now you see it in the back.
Huh? Yeah, I understand. So there's some people who are just in a hurry and just like, oh, my bad. They do apologize and everything. Or
they're in their own little world. That kind of, that's excusable.
Yeah, that's understandable. But when they're not, they're just like, or they don't pay attention at all.
Yeah.
And they were rude about it, and they're like mad because then other customers get mad because they've been waiting for a long time.
It's their turn, and then pieces of shit come in like that.
Yeah, this was like, I have seen customers get mad or start yelling at the customer or start yelling at me because sometimes I don't see them because I'm helping other customers, and they're like, hey, this person was. I'm like, oh my god.
Man, fuck it. Okay, but even with all that bad stuff, because in the light or in the theme of dying with commentary, you do come up with great stories when you see people like that, and that's like that's amazing how like it's just straight up how dumb people get.
Yeah.
And little things, and it's not like the rules change from because it's the same rules that apply from elementary school. Mm-hmm. Like it's back of the line, wait your turn, don't be crazy, manners, and it's just people just miss and forget all about that as soon as they get to adulthood. Yeah,
especially when they walk into a retail store, it's like all common sense, human decency is like out the window.
Yeah.
They're like, my customer tells us like why I'm the customer or like why blah blah.
The customer's always right.
Types there, I'm like, no.
They remember that more, and they forget that they have the right to refuse service.
Exactly.
To anyone.
And they get mad. There's the whole thing because I remember because a coworker, we're like in customer service, right? And so we're taking returns, and then she's like, "Oh, sir, you have to wear a mask and whatnot." And they got an attitude since the whole Texas like the mask mandate is gone. Mm-hmm. I was like, "No, the store you're still required. The store you're still required to wear one, but since there's like no one like a greeter per se to like, oh, you need to wear a mask
to stop it or anything."
Oh yeah, and he's like, "Why? No one stopped me. No one told me anything." I said, well, you have to wear a mask at the store. It's mandatory in the store and whatnot. So he still, like, why they took it away, but still the stores and, like, any businesses, companies could still enforce it.
Yeah. I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, I would forget my mask and I'll already be up to the store and I'll be like, fuck. So I'll bring my shirt up and I'll hold my shirt, I'll have my face within my shirt, looking like a dumbass with my shirt on half of my face, and people are looking at me, but I got a mask, I ain't got a cough on you.
Yeah. But also, like, you also ask, like, employees if they have masks too, because I'm pretty sure they're like,
yeah, like
they wouldn't want you to keep like that, because they're like, oh, do you want a mask or stuff like that? You can always ask.
I know, but I was just, each time I would do that, I'll be there for like something real quick, something real small, and then I'll be in and out before even 10 minutes or up. I'll make sure to do that, but if it's longer, I'll make sure I have a mask in my pocket at all times. But yeah, that was the things that I know you. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, pretty much that.
Shit. All right. Well, then what are some things that inspire you? Inspiration.
Oh my god, hard questions.
Hard questions. The hardest of questions.
Yeah.
I know for me, a lot of times is any bodybuilder, just in general. Anybody, because that's a lot of work for years to do that kind of shit. Like we recently saw the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah.
And I told you too, the Amazons, when they have the hammers and they gotta close off the seal for the dome, when Steppenwolf was there, and you see how their costumes are different, where it's a 2-piece thing, because it's displaying their physique, and you see that like their fucking 8-packs and the giant ass muscles, like a woman could pick me up and choke me just off the ground and everything, and I was like, I'll just take it because I can't fight back. Like, fuck. Like that's impressive and everything. Like again, same thing. Like I'm fascinated. Like the original Greek Olympics, they would do everything in the nude because they were just so fascinated and love their bodies. Or that's body. That's like the original body positivity thing, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Yeah, because they're so like proud of their body. They display it full on nude and shit. Damn. But yeah, I like that, and like huge bodybuilder type thing would inspire me. Like, damn, like you should work out more. And then I work my 13-hour shift at work, and I come home like, yeah, tomorrow maybe. But I'm eating way healthier now than I used to. So, and I guess it's just more like I feel healthier than I did like a few months ago.
Yeah.
That's still a good thing for me. That I feel that it is. But yeah, like I guess like bodybuilders is the one thing like that will inspire me or give me motivation, like workout kind of shit. Or it's just a badass fucking movie like the Snyder Cut. That was cool. And that's like what, like your second DC movie that you've seen?
That's it.
Because you only seen that one in Wonder Woman 2.
I seen Suicide Squad. I seen the Batman Begins, where
okay,
Christian Bale.
The Christian Bale one?
Yeah.
I'm Batman. Yeah, you were making fun of this Batman's voice too.
Yeah, because it sounded a little bit weird.
It's this little voice modular. I mean, I liked it. It was a cool take on it. But if you're so used to the, yeah, of course it's gonna be different. But yeah, so that's my thing that inspired me. What are some things that inspire you?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I know. No, like I think one thing is like
just
the arts.
Oh, just like any kind of art that you see. Yeah, because we went to the artist who did the big. It's actually named to it, but it's Chicago. The big silver bean.
Oh yeah.
In Chicago, he did one here for Houston. Yeah, we went. It was right in front of the art museum, the museum.
Oh yes. I know which one. It was like it's called. I think it's also called a bean.
I think it's a bean.
Or something else, but yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because we saw it there too, and that was pretty cool. I remember thinking too, like people were getting mad, like people in Chicago were like, "Why is he doing other sculptures for other cities? He's our artist. He should be at that." And they're giving a lot of backlash.
Really?
Yeah, but like he's an artist. Let him do that. Yeah. And it was cool. Like I mean, unknown artists for a huge thing in Chicago wants to do something.
I mean, they have a big ass bean, so why they're getting mad for like a couple feet?
I mean, yeah, shit, bro.
Yeah.
But I know that too. Scene, I was like, damn, like. The sculptures of like that sculptures, and then the Greeks, like I go back to Greek mythology, but the Greek sculptures, how everything is just so.
So it's crazy. It's like how they make the marble look so smooth.
So smooth and rugged, and it's like.
And like when they have fabric, how it lays, you can see. It's amazing. Like I do enjoy, not so much because like I went to school that I learned more, but I always enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more like as I went to school too, because I was more introduced into different artists and everything. Yeah. Not just photographers, but just different artists in general. So either their sculptures or painters,
drawings, paintings,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like you're more aware of like your favorite photographer, with like Sally Mae.
Sally Mann, yeah.
And
Sally Cindy
Mann.
Sherman.
Yeah.
Her, Ray Mann. He's a very old artist. I think it was Ray Mann who took the very famous portrait of what's his name? Nicholas Tesla.
Really?
Yeah, of those rays.
Really, Ray Mann, photographer. Yeah, Ray first name, last name Man, photographer.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, Man Ray. His name is Man Ray.
Man Ray.
Not Ray Man, but Man Ray.
So Man Ray, like
Man
from SpongeBob, Man Ray.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh,
but yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in Philadelphia. He died in Paris, France.
Yeah, he's a very, very old photographer.
In 76.
From the name. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. He's a really cool artist, photographer. And I remember, I forgot his name though. It was like also like when photography first started out, that it was a photographer. Is like it was basically my professor was like, in a nutshell, he's like, yeah, he was just being a big baby, and so he made a fake photo, like a fake portrait.
You showed me this photo of him.
He made a fake portrait of like someone like who's dead and whatnot, and looks sad looking, and it's like basically supposed to show who can't like fake a photo, because it was saying like, oh yeah, photography back then, it was like everything is like you see is what you see is it's true, and he was like, no, it's not really, and also he was just being a big baby about it.
Was that the one too? Like he put a toilet on display, so this is art, and that's what kind of stuff.
No, that was more during the Art Deco.
The Art Deco, okay, because I know like that's the first thing.
Duchamp.
Duchamp.
That's his name, Duchamp.
Duchamp was the first one to try it. Like, no, like it's how you perceive it, and so this toilet, the shit taker thing is art to me. And what did he do to it, right?
Yeah, all he did was took a toilet, put it upside down, and put his name on it, and he's like, there it is, and they were like, what? He's like.
They're like, what? This is...
He was like, what's this? He's like, that's my sculpture. He was like, no, that's a toilet. He's like...
Like, no, like... How you spell this shop? I'm trying to... Like,
Duchamp. I think he's French.
Is he? Like,
you just put...
Duchamp, toilet, sculpture. Duchamp.
Duchamp.
Duchamp. I mean, that's that it, right?
Marcel Duchamp. There you go.
Marcel Duchamp. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, it was a urinal. It was a urinal. He just
flipped it.
He just flipped it to the side, put his name. He's like, this is art.
And that was the first indication. People were like, no, I mean, art is how you perceive it.
And also it was like, not so much Art Deco, but it was going towards some modern art.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole thing, that's how modern art kind of like grew into more. They're like, what's this? It's modern art.
Modern art. I mean, it's something can be said too with Andy Warhol when he did his famous like Campbell's soup painting, because there's a huge thing of like rich, poor, everyone knew what it was, and they're like, oh look, soup, and it's like, oh look, that kind of thing too. But yeah, during the Dada period between created 1917 through 1917. All right, so what are some things that get you spicy? So you're all feisty and shit.
What does?
Same thing, customers and shit.
Yeah, customers.
No, not customers, just dumb people.
Dumb people.
I don't know. What are some things that get spicy?
What do you mean by spicy?
Spicy.
Spicy?
When you got all like live it. For me, any fucking dumb driver, just in general.
Same.
Like it's.
Because like, I get road rage.
Yeah, same.
Even if I'm not driving, you'd be in the passenger side. If it's some dumb person, and I'd be screaming at them. And
like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'd be like cursing at them and stuff like that. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, even if I'm not on the wheel, behind the wheel, I still get mad. I'm like, or when I'm like with my mom, and some dumb driver. I'm like, I'm like, what the hell? What the fuck? And when I say, why didn't you honk? Yeah. And my mom's like, calm down.
Like, calm down. Like, you don't get shot or something.
I'm like, no, there's some person doesn't know how to drive.
I have very limited, I don't know, I guess fuse on like a few and like dynamic terms or whatever. But like the smallest things that piss me off on driving, like you're 100 feet away from me, and they blinker one way out of the lane, I go up, and I'm like 50 feet behind you, and you go right back to it, and that pisses me off. Like, I'll scream at them, choose the fucking lane, and it makes no sense or some stuff like that. People who don't use blinkers, people who don't have their headlights on. It's just that gets me like all irritated and spicy.
Irritated and spicy.
Spicy. I got a spicy all that way. But yeah, that's how to get there. And then the last question is, what's the last good advice that you've received that you can remember? I'll switch it up. The last good advice that you gave or that you received that you're like, okay.
What is it? I'm trying to think.
That you gave or can remember.
That I gave?
Yeah, I ever give good advice?
I tried.
You try.
But that I remember.
One that kind of inspired me more to finally do the podcast was a coworker, Mercutio, because he's like a small time artist too. He would draw and make or design his own shoes, and he would draw like a Toski group or Dragon Ball Z or anything like that. And he's like, yeah, like he understands the work is work, but like money can only take you so far, and money can't bring you happiness if you're just slaving away for it. Like, you gotta make time to do stuff for yourself. And I was like, damn, you're like what, 25, and you're already fucking monk level type giving me advice and shit. And so with that,
I mean, it's true. It's like,
yeah, but
it's not worth working like so many hours, saving yourself work, or business doesn't really care what you do.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
My job. 70 hours the last 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but the paychecks are crazy too.
Not worth it.
The paychecks are the same as a stimulus check. I'm dying on the inside.
No,
but it's cooler with I'm dying with commentary. Hey. Okay, but no, I guess, but no, Mercutio did make a good point. He put things into perspective. That there's a lot of things that I want to do. A podcast being one. Filmmaking being another thing, like little skits and whatnot, or even actual movies and like TV shows that I have all these ideas for. And I guess another step I wanted to try to do was stand up, and I have my yellow book of jokes and skit ideas in that one. And just COVID hit, and all of the open mic stuff they're closed, that you can't do it, and it's just you gotta try. Like, even known comics are having a hard time to do it, like Bill Burr and a couple other ones that I can name off the top of my head. They were doing drive-through. They were doing drive-in comedy shows and whatnot. And they were freaking out because it's just a sea of cars, and people would all laugh, and you hear clapping, but it's staggering a bit. And they would come back at it with, they would honk the horn, they would flash a light, and think, oh wow, I'm doing good. And I remember him, it was on the Joe Rogan podcast. He talked about how he felt good even doing that. Everyone was safe. People were still doing it, and he was afraid that people weren't gonna support it, but everyone will support comedy because they want to see something, they want to laugh.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I think that's also like ever since COVID started, I think that affected a lot of creatives.
Yeah.
Like affected a lot of creatives because it's like their whole life work that they do is like interacting with people, or depending on like what type of creative they are, but yeah, they always interact with people. Or say if they do like say an art piece, you have to interact with people. Like, or photographers, they interact with different people. Like comedians, they have a crowd of people. Musicians, music artists, and stuff like that.
A good example was the River Oaks Theater.
Oh yeah.
When they did the Rocky Horror Picture Show alive, and we would always go there every Halloween.
The midnight showing, yes.
The midnight showing. It was every third Saturday of the month.
Second Saturday.
No, it was third Saturday. Yeah, every third Saturday.
I think
It was every third Saturday. They would have the Shadowcast of the Rocky Horror Picture Show starting at midnight, so you would leave like at 2 or 1.
This was the midnight showing.
Man, the midnight showing, and it was always so fun. You'd always be like, it was better when you were cramped, because the more people were there, the more exciting and the more it would kind of boost your confidence. Like, nah, blur some shit out, and they encourage you to blur some shit out.
Yeah,
they encourage you to dance and everything.
Yeah, because the whole community of Rocky Horror is like, it doesn't matter like who you are. It's like they could be like out. There's been a lot of like people who are like considered outcasts, or people who found out about Rocky Horror and they just enjoy it. Like it's amazing. It's really
and accepting and welcoming.
Yeah, it's very accepting and welcoming, because you see a bunch of different age groups. Like when the movie came out, which is like in the 70s, earlier than that.
The play, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the movie I think came out like in the
70s,
like early 60s.
I'll look it up.
Like early 60s or 70s. The movie was so ahead of its time, and you see old people like grandparents' age like going in there.
75.
Yeah. Okay, it was the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like the movie's such ahead of its time. You see a bunch of different age groups, like old people to young people going into the movies. A lot of people dressed up for them. I mean, that's really cool, because it's like you just see all the people gather.
Damn, Tim Curry was so young.
And it's like I said, it's such an amazing.
It's a good movie just in general. It's the experience to go when they had the Shadowcast. Just have people come out into the crowd to get you involved, and they would. I love to help you. You buy to support more. You would buy a $2 little bag, and it had stuff that you would go along with the movie. Like when freaking Freddy would take off his gloves, and you would smack and snap little rubber gloves they would give you, or they would throw
toilet paper.
They'll throw toilet paper, and there's like hundreds of rolls of toilet paper would be thrown across the theater, and you'd be covered in it. Like, yeah,
even like if people like 10 seats across from you,
like across the entire theater.
They just across the theater, they would grab the toilet paper and just aim it at you, or they just throw it at you. Like they don't even know who you are. They just start throwing. And
start throwing it. There was the music number, the
Time Warp.
Time Warp and the Time Warp.
Yeah, that was like a really cool, because you see everyone get up.
Everyone's up and dancing. They'll tell you to get up and dance. There's no reason to be embarrassed. Everyone's doing the exact same thing to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, good or bad, just get up and do it. Get involved. It's a great show. It's a lot of good people, and of course, COVID it didn't help out. The River Oaks Theater landlord didn't come to agreement in the end of March. That's the end of it. So they're trying to raise any money they can, doing what is it called, an auction. They're doing an auction.
Yeah,
they're an auction and everything. But we would try to go there every Halloween, and we did it for the past past 4 years. We did the first 3.
The first 3.
Because COVID canceled.
Yeah, and then we try to go because it's not Halloween but other thing, because they do a theme every month.
Yeah, they do a theme. We went during June too.
Yeah.
During Pride Month was really cool.
You went to the Thanksgiving one?
We went to the Thanksgiving one. Yeah, that was a cool one. We tried to go to the Christmas one that one time. I forgot what happened. We couldn't go to that one.
Yeah, I forgot to.
But yeah, every month it was so cool. I'd always try to get people to go into, and we got from your friends from school that one time. Yeah, they all loved it too. We went to Denny's right afterwards, and that's when y'all make fun of me for having my coin in my wallet.
Pokemon coin.
It's you flip a coin if you're unsure. It's like leave it to the universe. Like, you're our universe. You flip the coin. All right, cool. That's what I get. That's me. But and then what was like the second year is when we dressed up as Marceline and Marshall-Lee, right?
Yeah.
We just did it for the shit of it, and then
it was really cool, because like
everyone
recognized it, even the Shadowcast too.
The Shadowcast came up to him and go like, "Oh, you guys are going in," and they would mark us to the next. And we weren't ready or preparing to do the Halloween contest they have every Halloween. And so we got up there. It was like, oh shit, I guess they want us to be in it. We got there, and it was us two, and
there's like a group of people.
There was a huge group and everything, but at the end, it ended up being us and a couple who was Beetlejuice and the bride of Beetlejuice. At the end, towards the end of the movie, in the red dress and everything, and we lost.
Yeah, another it was another whatchamacallit, magenta.
So yeah, someone was magenta. Yeah, people go all out for the Halloween costume. Almost pure.
The
like,
Halloween
cosplay.
is like a New Year, like for Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror
because a
Halloween
lot more
was
people
the best thing to go for it. Yeah, but like to even go there, like hey, just show up as Marshall Lee and Marceline with. We even still have the guitar props that we made when we finally made that out of nothing too. Or foam and it was the axe that we found, the plastic axe.
Yeah.
We made that. We painted it, cut it off, and everything. And to get second place just out of nowhere was really, really cool. I flashed people because they had the cast judging. All right, cool. Here's this and whatever. And I heard him and goes, "I like you." It was before us. "I like you. You're costume because you're showing me tits." And then he comes to us. "You guys are cool because I love Adventure Time." The whole cast loves Adventure Time. And I ended up going, "Well, hey, you love tits." And I ended up bringing my shirt up. And I flashed him in the crowd. And I cannot remember what came over me to do that. I remember doing it and feeling
I was like, what the hell?
And being like, "Oh, shit, I did that." And the whole crowd was like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, I did that." And I remember looking at you like you're gonna get mad at me for some reason. I was like,
no, I was just like shocked too.
I was
That's
so
the thing.
shocked.
It's a very because like it's just such a great vibe.
It's a great vibe, a welcoming party vibe and everything. Nothing to get out of the ordinary kind of thing. It was good. It was welcoming. I mean, it would have been cool if we won, but like second place is still cool. And even the cast afterwards too was like, "No, you guys should have won." Like we understand the crowd people were more crazy about them, but we liked your costumes more, and they knew us more because of those costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really great.
It was always fun to go, but I mean, things were how they are because of COVID, and they're just having their auction Saturday the 27th from 7 to 11, 7 p.m. to 11 at the River Oaks Theater. I believe.
No, it wasn't a River Oaks Theater, somewhere else.
Oh, was it somewhere else? Oh, I gotta look it up too tomorrow. Yeah, I should probably look that up then. If I don't want to give the wrong information, if someone's like, "Oh, I should go." What is it called?
It was Mystic.
The Royal Mystic, the Royal Mystic Order of Chaos. Yeah, help us save. Having a fun night out this Saturday at the Warehouse Live.
Yeah, it was Warehouse Live.
I had no other featuring local showgirls, comedians, musicians, and more. Don't forget to stock the silent auction and take home original art and Houston Historical Rarities donated by the community. Oh, it's actually artwork and everything.
Because the River Oaks Theater's been there for so many years. I think it's been there since
like
1920s or 30s.
12, I want to say it was. It's been around for a long while.
And they have a lot of Art Deco style.
See, the River Oaks Theater has been around since you got it. I'm looking it up right now. How long has it been? It's been around for almost 100 years, pretty much.
Yeah, and so it's like
COVID
it sucks because it's such a great movie theater, and a lot of people go there, and not just for Rocky Horror, for other films that they show, like it could be indie films, foreign films, even.
See, it was built in 1939.
You see, it was in the 30s.
Yeah. See, now I want to go. We should go. Yeah, so they're having their. I'm gonna get a lot of work for that. I'm full on serious with that. It's a great crowd of people every single time. Saturday, the 27th, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. They're just gonna start auctioning, do some cool stuff, and it's I guess in the sad terms, it's probably the last time you'll get that cool vibe from people, and we all kind of need that. And we're understanding, it's COVID and all that kind of stuff, but this is a huge thing. But people should try experience at least once.
Yeah, because the River Oaks is not just important for like the Rocky Horror cast and the community of it, but it's like such an important like building because it's been around for so long.
Yeah,
and it's also because it's a historic building. A lot of artists, like these film artists, like have their film shown there sometimes.
Yeah,
and so it's a great way for people to go out and see their films, and that's gonna be taken away because artists. Like it's very like a big part also to the art community too. The River Oaks. River
Oaks here. So I mean, if anybody's interested, you can look up the Royal Mystic Order of Chaos on Facebook, and their first thing pop up of introducing they're gonna be at the Warehouse Live Saturday the 27th from 7 to 11 p.m. just to express that and show this is a huge thing of history of Houston. It's Houston history, and it's sadly been taken away. But in the light of Dying with Commentary, of course, it's still celebrating the life of the history it has. There's no reason to be. Of course, it's sad to see it go, but of course, it was amazing the run it had for the thing it's gone through COVID and multiple hurricanes and floods, and this was the last stand, and this most likely wouldn't be its last thing. It probably could come back.
I hope.
It's amazing, and I guess the cast of.
We don't want to turn into a Trader Joe or PetSmart.
Shit, for real.
Yeah, like around that area, there's theaters, and you see they turn some of those theaters into. I think one of them was a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, the Trader Joe's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go. We're gonna go.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're gonna go, we'll meet us there. Oh, I'm gonna try to get them on the podcast. Just to try it out a bit. Oh yeah, but we're gonna try it out, see how it goes. Yeah, we're gonna go for sure, and just to support the artists and the people that we see when we would go to the store. That it's very friendly, very welcoming. So if you can make time, if you feel safe, please go. It's another thing to try and look out for. So how do we get on that? I can't remember. a whole tangent. I guess that kind of goes into the one of the things we want to talk about.
Oh, because it like inspired. I said the art.
Yeah. Okay. Why. Okay. One of the things we'll do that those go hand in hand is last question I'll talk to you about or ask you was, what are some things that give you positive vibes? I guess example we just talked about was the whole crowd of the cast and the people going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was always so welcoming and to go like, yeah, like people really be this cool or this outgoing and like welcoming just for two random strangers. Yeah. And it kind of inspires you like, damn, you don't have to be a shooter. You don't have to be lone survivor type deal.
Because there's always communities out there for everyone.
For everything. Yeah, it is great, and I think that's why another good thing of the internet is, if you don't know it, you're gonna find some community at some point or another, hopefully in a safe way, in a safe websites, to where you do feel welcoming. And there's like multiple stories where people meet their spouse and their significant other through like internet gaming and just stuff like that. So it's a good thing to that. I know my friend Scott, he will help people out if he buys like his whole thing with his gaming chair. He had the same gaming chair for about 5 years, wanted a new one, got a new one. They didn't send the correct armrest, so he ordered the armrest and they sent him the wrong one again, and he was like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, alright, sorry, here you go. And they sent him a whole different chair that had the armrest that he was looking for and everything. He's like, this is a whole different chair. I want this chair. They don't have the other one. I was like, no, sorry. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So he tried to go buy a different one, and in that span of buying another chair, he got the one he bought, and the chair company sent him another free chair. So he had 5 chairs altogether, paying for only one because they refunded him on the first one on the whole. Yeah, so he got 5 chairs for one chair price, and his friends from like Cincinnati and everything wanted chairs too. So he sent off the chairs for like $100. These chairs are like $200-$300 worth and everything. Wow. They're pretty cool chairs. I wouldn't get one because it's a lot, but yeah, he had like 5 chairs on just one chair's worth and everything like that. So he has all that, and he was like extra. Now he has extra armrest for his chair. But yeah, stuff like that. You can just the people out there that you can meet and everything. That's something that's like, it gives me like a positive. I get like positive vibes and like, yeah, I'm like, the world's not going to total shit just yet. And even if it is, it's still nice seeing like that. People will help you out regardless and everything. Yeah, so I guess that's one I think just surprising how people can still be welcoming and friendly. But you?
Dogs.
This is dogs.
Puppies.
Perros.
Churros. Yeah. But no, the dogs. I love dogs.
No, it's true. Oh, what about like a whole thing we're gonna get a dog in a couple of weeks from your other dog, Toby, your original one. Yeah. He knocked up Luna again. And
it was so unexpected. They weren't even planning on breeding them or anything like that because they're technically raised as brother and sister. They're being raised like that, but it just so happened
completely different letters. and everything. But yeah, but Toby and Luna got it on again, and she had what, 10?
Yeah, she had 10 puppies. 10
puppies. Yeah, 10 puppies, and so we're gonna get one of those. So we'll have our own dog, and we're thinking of names. But another name, how about Churro? Churro, yeah.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Well, for I get no wiener dog's name mine because I want the wiener dog. I'll name it Churro.
Okay, you can name the wiener dog
Churro or Hamburger, one of the two. But yeah, so but that's it. It's your positive vibe thing.
I mean, like one of the just being like and then inspire and also like give you positive vibes. Just anything with
anything, yeah.
Stuff like
the
that.
The arts. Food is a fucking. It's surprisingly like the biggest thing that people are like, yeah, like, that gets comfort. Food. That's where the term comfort food comes from. Yeah,
food and like animals. I like cute animals.
I'm sorry. I looked at my dad had sent a video on the family Snapchat thing, and it was a video of my mom, and she fell asleep sitting up on the bed, and it looks fake. But yeah.
Me, it's dogs, cute animals.
Dogs, yeah. Okay, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Music.
Yeah, music. Yeah, I can see it too. Because whenever you get angry in Zelda, I'll show you like a cute picture of a dog or something, and you instantly calm down. And then you go right back to the game and you instantly get all spicy again. But yeah, I guess that's a good time to stop. It's about an hour. I guess like an hour podcast kind of thing should be. It's a pilot episode, of course. We'll see how it goes and how we can continue on with it. And of course, we'll get Ali back on. I'll introduce different guests that are going. I want to make it a weekly thing. I'll try to get a weekly thing. I need to work on another what does it say? Logo? Graphic. And then work on another graphic again. Yeah, because this was not my first idea for the podcast. Just the second one that came to me and it felt more right. The first one was age gap. That one was supposed to be where people from all different ages and different backgrounds and upbringings can still find friendship and any likeness between each other in any form of fashion. Just based on the things that you like or things that you hate together. Just there's still ways that you can all bring together in different ages and different ranges and whatnot. But I had to change the name because I found out age gap is also a porn genre. So I didn't want to make the association to that. So that was quickly scrapped. And now Dying with Commentary is the new thing coming up too. So hopefully this will be continue. I'll try to get multiple guests or different guests when I can, maybe multiple at a time. See how it goes. And then I guess this is the first thing produced by a company that I want to start up called Dim Ideas, which is another whole tangent thing that I will introduce later on. I want to do. But thank you for listening and tuning in. Please share, like, even if you didn't like it, please like it. That's how you show.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Don't forget to click that bell button. The YouTubers.
The notification bell, whatnot.
The notification bell.
People, please sponsor me. I need the money. But yes, thank you, Ali, for coming in. And what social media platforms do you use that people can find you?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Mainly on Instagram.
Mainly on Instagram. You can find Ali and her photography Instagram at Ali ALE _ Tales TALES _ photography. So again, just to practice the sponsorship, people please sponsor me. Again, Ali ALE _ Tales TALES _ photography.
What about yours?
Yeah, you can find me at Hispanic at the Disco on Instagram, and then I'll make one for the Dying with Commentary podcast. I'll come up with that too just now, and you just follow me there and queue up the updates as I push it out, and then we'll go from there. Thank you for listening, and insert cool music here.